What's something your mother never said in words but taught you by example? My mom was a hospital custodian who raised me and my brother alone after my dad dipped when I was 4. She wasn't the warm fuzzy type, more the practical get shit done kind. We never had those heart-to-hearts where she'd tell me about life's big lessons. But looking back, she was teaching me everything through what she did, not what she said. This one time when I was in middle school, we were at this fancy grocery store in the rich part of town. We never shopped there, but they had this special bread my mom wanted to get me because I just had my tonsils out. We were in line and my mom was still in her work uniform, those plain blue scrubs the hospital cleaning staff wore. The lady in front of us was this perfectly put-together woman in designer everything, probably in her 40s. So this lady's card gets declined, and she starts making this whole scene about how, this is ridiculous, and do you know who my husband is, and all that. The cashier, this teenage boy who looked absolutely terrified, kept apologizing while the lady just got louder. The line behind us was getting longer, and everyone was doing that awkward thing where they pretend not to notice but are totally watching the drama. Then the lady turns around, sees my mom in her custodian uniform, and literally says loud enough for everyone to hear, "I don't have time for this. Some of us have real jobs to get back to." And she gives my mom this up-and-down look that made me want to disappear. I remember feeling my face burn with embarrassment and anger. I expected my mom to say something back or get upset, but she didn't. She just stood there, back straight, expression calm, and said in the most normal voice, "Excuse me, I think you dropped this," and handed the woman a $20 bill that had fallen out of her purse during her tantrum. The woman snatched it without a thank you and stormed off. The cashier looked relieved but also confused, and started apologizing to us for the wait. My mom just smiled at him and said, "No worries, honey. We all have rough days." When we got to the car, I asked my mom why she was nice to that horrible lady. She just shrugged and said, "Alexandra, that woman's problems aren't about me." Then she changed the subject to what we were having for dinner. That was it. No big lesson, no speech about respect or dignity or kindness. Fast forward to last week. I'm in this big meeting at work, presenting a project I've been killing myself over for months. This guy Nolan, who literally always talks over me in meetings, interrupts my presentation to correct something that wasn't even wrong. He does this whole mansplaining thing, complete with, "What Alexandra is trying to say is," and then proceeds to repeat exactly what I just said, but takes credit for it. In that moment, I felt that same burning in my face from when I was 12, but instead of shrinking or snapping back, I found myself channeling my mom. I straightened my back, smiled, and when he finished, I just said, "Thank you for the recap, Nolan," as I was saying, and continued my presentation exactly where I left off. The look on my boss Stacy's face was priceless. This little nod of respect. And Nolan just sat there looking confused about why his usual tactic didn't work. After the meeting, 3 different coworkers messaged me saying how they loved how I handled that situation. It hit me on the drive home. I never learned that from a book or a lecture or a workplace seminar on dealing with difficult colleagues. I learned it from watching my mom stand there in that grocery store, refusing to let someone else's bad behavior dictate her dignity. My mom never sat me down and said, "Don't let people walk all over you," or "kill them with kindness," or any of those phrases. She just showed me every single day what it looks like to maintain your self-respect, even when others try to take it from you. She's been gone for 3 years now, and I wish I could call her and tell her that I finally understand what she was teaching me all along, that her just a custodian job taught me more about handling people with grace than any fancy degree ever could. So yeah, that's what my mother taught me without ever saying the words. Your dignity isn't something other people can take from you unless you give it to them.